Hi, it's LeJanaro back with another video. Here's the next video in the Planning 101 series, my version of it. And I want to talk about long-term planning. So you may have heard of long-term goals and short-term goals, but this is slightly different. Long-term planning is when you have things that you need to do, but you don't have to do them for a couple of months. Maybe something scheduled a month out, a year out, whatever the case may be. So for me, example, I have plenty of appointments that are scheduled in November and December. Now, I'm not necessarily thinking about those appointments on an everyday basis, so I may tend to forget about those things. I talked about in another video, subscriptions. You pay for, let's say, an Amazon Prime subscription, and you don't quite remember when that when that subscription is about to renew. So that's something you want to do some long-term planning with. So let's talk about it. All right. So long-term planning, it helps to eliminate surprises. There's nothing worse than remembering that you have to pay a bill, or if you have to be in another state on a day and you completely forgot about it. All right. So it also helps avoid scheduling conflicts. It ensures that you don't have to be in two places at one time. That's kind of hard to do. And it also anticipates the times that you're going to be very busy. All right, so you can choose to have a planner or not for long-term planning. One of the things that works well for long-term planning are monthly planners. These are planners that only have the months, January through December. You don't have any daily pages, you don't have any weekly pages, anything like that. It's just the months. And I do have a video linked in the description on how to make your own monthly planner sheets. I did do that planner on one page, but I do have some templates where I have the month on 2 pages that are on my website. So monthly planners, those are very, very good. They are sold in stores as well as on Amazon. And I like Amazon, one, because you can find reasonable prices, and as well as convenience. Sometimes I don't like leaving the house, and I know Amazon can get that thing to me in 2 days. So a monthly planner. Now, time management apps. You can use an app on your phone, and maybe, or not even necessarily an app. You may be able to use it'll still be an app. You may be able to use your calendar app on your phone. And with me, I have things planned out for the year, and I get a 2 to 5 day reminder ahead of time to say, hey, you have this thing coming up. This is your reminder. All right. A desk calendar. There's a lot of people that you've seen those huge desk calendars that people have on their desk, where they can just kind of lift up their keyboard and say, all right, let me see what I have going on this month or next month. All right. And again, you can make your own. I will also make a video on the month on 2 pages. I think I said that already. But I will also have templates on my website if you're like, you know what, I don't want to make my own. Also, Word has some very beautiful templates. And I'll also do a video on that if I haven't already done it. I'll do a video on how to find the calendar templates in Word. All right, so you want to make sure that you choose a method that is going to help you to remember those long-term plans that you have. All right, so of course you want to, once you figure out what planning method you're going to use, whether it's a monthly calendar, your cell phone calendar, a desk calendar, or if you're going to make your own, you want to make sure you go ahead and enter all of those future dates. And these are dates that extend past the current month. So let's say, for an example, it's July and you have an appointment in August. You want to make sure that's where you start. You want start past the current month that you're in. All right, so these could be things like meetings, doctor's appointments. If you're in school, it could be your academic calendar. I know when I was in school, you get the syllabus at the beginning of class, and it gives you all of the dates when your papers and assignments are due. So long-term planning was something good, especially if you're in a class that's 6 or 12 weeks long. You definitely want to make sure that you are using long-term planning to make sure you don't miss any deadlines, and to also help you to, let's say, usually, and these are the classes that I used to take, we always had one large paper that we had to get done by the end of class. And the long-term planning would help me not only to remember my due date, but to also help me break down that large paper into smaller tasks. And of course, I have a video on breaking down large tasks into smaller tasks. I will link that in the description box below. All right. In trainings, I know for the job that I do now, we have quarterly trainings, and they're always due on the 30th of whatever month they're due. So like March 30th, so on and so forth. Just recently, I have one that's due on September 30th. So these are all things that can help you, that you need to write down in your long-term planner. All right. Let's see. Right. So the last thing you want to do once you have all of those long-term things that you've written them down, or you've put them in your cell phone calendar, or whatever the case may be, whatever you've done, set some reminders. All right. I like to be reminded of things. I have whiteboards. I have alarms on my phone. I look in my planner every day, but sometimes you still may forget something. So make sure that you set a reminder. Like I said, I have my cell phone calendar. If I have a training, let's say due on September 30th, then I will put on maybe September 25th, hey, you have a training that you need to complete by the 30th, and it'll just every day up until the 30th, from the 25th to the 30th, unless I dismiss it, it will pop up on my phone as a reminder. All right. And then I've never used Google Calendar on my computer, but that seems like it may be a good source as well. Actually, when people send me invites to different things, let's say a webinar or, something like that, it does pop up on my Google. When I open up my Gmail, it does pop up on my Google Calendar as a reminder that I have those things done. Or Outlook, if you use Outlook. I keep forgetting about Outlook. It's funny because I use it in my personal life and my professional life. Putting it in your Outlook calendar, you can set reminders there as well. All right, so that is it for long-term planning. Just a way of keeping up with things that you have coming up in the future that may not necessarily be in the forefront of your mind, but they are important enough where you do not need to forget them. All right, so I will have all of the things that I said will be linked in the description box below. They'll be linked in the description box below, as well as my shop. If you like this video, click the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe, and also hit the notification bell so you'll be notified each time I post a new video, and I'll see you in the next one.